Yeah, getting back to our class. So, good morning. Um, yeah, so just the reminders of what I've been emphasizing is really looking at these first movements that we do, just the warm-up movements, and emphasizing that everything has value, right? Every movement we do has value, and if you can find the value and understand it, um, then you can put more thought into it. As simple as the movement can be, that just dropping down a little bit and expanding. Okay? So when we start, and if I'm standing, I'm constantly coming down and coming up and coming down and coming up. And you can think of that as representing the breathing, right? The lungs expand and relax and contract. The heart expands and relaxes and contracts. And the lung is pumping air, right? It's pumping clean air and dirty air in and out of our body. The heart is pumping refreshed blood, right? I'll call it refreshed blood, clean blood, right? It's recharged with oxygen and nutrients, right? And then it's exchanging that, and we have systems in our body to clean that out, right? Our liver, our kidneys, and such. So if you don't allow your body to move, right, you're not listening to that your body is constantly doing this expansion and contraction, that pumping. Okay? When you get massage, when you get just basic Swedish massage, right, that's assisting your body, your muscles to squeeze out the toxins and move the blood and to create circulation. Okay? And in certain muscles, right, we don't have the blood vessels are small, right? They're not real large. So especially if you're injured and you can't move, right? You can't do physical movement, then you don't get that manual pumping, moving the muscles to manually pump and move those fluids out. So massage helps to assist that. And that's just basic Swedish massage, right? We're not talking anything fancy, medical massage or anything. Swedish massage can be medical massage if that's what's required. So from the time we start, listen to every movement, treat the breath. The breath is so important. That's the first lesson. And what we said is the first thing we have to do is breathe in. Okay? So the first thing is to inhale, right? Expand, just like the newborn baby, and then relax, ha, and use the ha sound, right? And then we can start cycling the air in and out. And I said, like the new babies, the new babies forget to breathe. 9 months, they didn't have to breathe through their mouth and use their lungs. So every so often you have to blow, you have to watch them, they'll just stop breathing. Or they may stop breathing and you have to blow air and remind them. So it's the same thing with us. Right? We have to remember to breathe and to breathe from our abdomen. So you want to feel the lower belly expand. You want to push the diaphragm down. You want to relax the top. Okay? And to help that, think of the hip joints, deepen the hip joints, okay? And that helps to keep our mind down and help keep us centered. Okay? So everything is important. Everything has meaning. If it doesn't have meaning, get rid of it, replace it, use something else. Right? If you don't understand what it is, it doesn't mean it doesn't have meaning. You just have to find out what it does. But if you find out it doesn't have meaning, replace it with something better. Right? Improve. All right, extend the legs and gently push the knees down. And while you're doing that, right, just practice breathing slowly, filling your lower belly and relaxing. Okay? Release the knees and then gently push it down again. Right? Want to stretch the back of the legs and up. Okay? As we get older, we need to do these gentle stretches because we're just not as active. We tend not to be as active during the day. We tend to sit more. But even some of those jobs, right, they sit all day. They need to stand up. They need to move their legs. And do these kinds of stretching. Okay, so we're just talking about how it's not that you can't do things because you get older. It's as we get older, we just tend not to do as much. Over there. Okay. So as we get older, we need to start off with these gentle stretching before we start. Some people, some of you, right, are still maintain a lot of activity. So, starting off with slower, gentler movement might not make as much sense. But for the rest of us, it makes a lot of sense. All right, nice and straight. As you sit up straight, imagine something pulling your head up, pulling the spine, and then drop the chin down, and try to pull your head back a little. Right? As the other thing that happens is our head starts falling forward, and now with cell phones and tablets and computers, and we're all looking down like this. So we have to remember to look up, right? Bring the screen up to our face, pull the head back, and tuck the chin in. So a lot of instructors like to say chin down and tuck it in. Right? Tuck it in, and that helps to pull it back. All they're trying to do is we're trying to get the neck to align with the rest of our spine. Right? So tucking the chin in helps to do that. Right? But if you can pull the head up and suspend your body and relax, and everything will start straightening out by themselves. Right? So it's that feeling of what you're doing. Okay? So let's leave our legs out like this morning and continuously push the knees down and let it go to help straighten out and relax these muscles. You want to get that circulation going behind the knees from there. Okay? So again, first lesson is to inhale. So we take a nice breath in from the lower belly using the ha sound. And then let it go. Ha. So second lesson is to let it go. And then we start really studying Sung. Want to gather from way above in the sky. Bring that clean chi and energy down through the top of our head. Guide it through our body into the earth. Imagine your legs reaching into the earth. Breathing in and out. You can imagine slowly the sun up in the sky, slowly bringing in that energy from the sun through the top of your head, gently flowing and spiraling down through your body. You can imagine it washing and lighting up the brain, the neck, at the top of your spine, flowing down the spinal column, washing every vertebrae, flowing in the bones, washing every organ, every muscle, every cell of your body. And you imagine that small little sun in your chest, and that large sun in the sky is charging that one up. And that small little sun in your chest is warm and cool at the same time, and gently supplying energy for your whole body. You can let your body decide where it needs that chi to go, or you can gently direct that chi to wherever you know or you feel it needs to go. Breathing in and out. Breathe in from the earth. Bring your feet in so they gently touch the floor. And imagine pulling the chi up from the earth through the bottom of your feet, through the back, the tailbone, rising up through the spine, the neck, above the head, down the front of the body, back down through the body, back into the earth. Feel your feet expanding and flowing into the earth. The very bottom of your feet, the very surface of your palms, both are totally relaxed. No resistance. Even though the legs are expanding and the feet are sinking and pressing into the earth, there's no resistance from the very bottom of your feet. Imagine that chi flowing in the bones. It's continuously flowing in one direction, stimulating the bone marrow, producing new blood cells, flowing through the joints, producing new bone cells. One more time. Breathing in gently, deeply into the lower belly, upper body relaxed. Press above and arch back a little, and then come down. So we start opening up the rib cage and the heart, the lungs. Nice deep breath. Press. It's like you're supporting heaven, and arch back, and then down. And we'll do one more time like that. If you want, you can lace your fingers like this and turn, and then press, and then down. That's just an optional. Come up from the side. You come up from the side, you have to stare way out to the mountaintop. Breathing in and out. Drop your shoulders and elbows. Feel your fingertips extending, expanding, pulling your arms out as you stare far away. Mountaintop or horizon, scanning. A gentle intent to scan. Imagine the chi and energy flowing up from the earth through and coming out through the eyes, making the eyes nice and bright, cleaning out the eyes. Nice deep breath. Scooping down. Imagine you filling up the whole body, just saturating all the muscles. Deep breath and exhale and squeeze and wring out every muscle of your body. Just imagine you squeezing out every muscle of your body, and then slowly let go, and all that chi and blood and air flow back in. And then focus in the bones. Deep breath, squeeze and wring out every bone of your body. Just using your your imagination, your intent. And finally, think of the joints, the ligaments and tendons. Squeezing and wrapping and twisting and coiling. Think of every joint of your body and slowly let it go. Bring everything back to center. Feel the bottom of your feet relaxing and stretching. Let the hips go. Let the whole pelvic area go so it can expand. The legs can expand and sink into the earth. The spine is being supported from above your head, being pulled gently up. Your body is expanding in every direction. The palms open, the fingers stretch, the shoulders are relaxed and dropped, the wrist is relaxed. Take a deep breath, let it all out, and then pull the lower belly in to squeeze all that air out. And relax, and then let it go so you can expand again, and deep breath in and out. And just breathe normally, turn your palms to the front. Feel the fingertips extending while you drop the shoulders, elbows, and wrists. And when you're ready, start the warm-up. Breathing in, and feel the arm pulling the body forward. Gently washing the face, turning and rotating the palms, lifting the sternum. Just tilt the sternum up. Feel the shoulder blades pushing the palms out. And then exhale. Let everything go, and then begin again. Okay, breathe as you need. You don't have to follow it exactly. If you need to take an extra breath, just take an extra breath. Especially down here, you could breathe in and out. And then begin again. You can add an extra round of breathing in and out at the very bottom. Or you could just make one breath. So over here, you're still breathing in and exhale. But let's add that extra breath. Breathe in and out. When you add that extra breath, it helps to just let go and reset everything. So each movement is the first movement, right? Each movement starts all over again. It's not holding on to any remnants from the previous movement. But remember, that's an option. But you try it sometimes to see how it changes the movement, what it feels like. Okay, last one, and down. Okay, breathe in and let go. One hand up, one hand down. Number two, extend. And then relax and fold, looking at your upper hand, left or right, doesn't matter. Breathe in and turn your head, staring at your fingertips first. As much as you comfortably can, and then wash from the elbow up through the forearm, through the palm, and back down again. Focusing on the fingertips, breathing in as you turn and turning just the head. And be sure the bottom hand still is letting go and falling. Okay, then look at the second finger, second line, eye level. And exhale. Feel the warmth of the palm washing through the forearm. And then finally start scanning the horizon or the mountaintop. So look through the palms. You have to have that singular intent staring at the mountaintop or the horizon. Come back to center, height of throat. Tilt the sternum up and breathe in and out. Turn the palms forward. Drop your shoulder blades and feel your shoulder blades pushing out and then down. Feel the tension letting go from the shoulders all the way down through the fingertips. Take an extra breath of air and out. Okay, fold the arms. So from the neck, we move to the shoulders. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Think of only the inside lower corner, that one singular point of each shoulder blade. And breathe. Squeeze the shoulders together, then pull those 2 points up, one in each shoulder blade and down. You have to focus only on the inside lower corner of each shoulder blade. Everything else follows that movement. Come forward, turn the palms out, and up and back. Rotating the palms slowly during the whole movement. Okay, that's going to help to rotate the shoulder joint. And just squeeze and stretch those muscles as much as it's comfortable for you. Remember, safety is number one in our program. All the way down. Relax. Do one side. And especially with doing this type of long distance, right? You don't have an instructor in the room with you to correct you or watch what you're doing. Right? So if it doesn't feel comfortable, just modify the movement, leave it out, make it smaller, gentler. And if you remember, you just ask that question later. We can go over form as you need, as you have questions about form. Okay, come forward 3 times. One more time. Squeeze that shoulder blade into the spine and then pulling it down. And make sure you're turning. Allow the waist and the head to turn. All the way down. Relax and do the other side. Fingertips are still extending out from the palm. So you have a stretch in the hands. As much as possible, we're trying to keep all the muscles slightly stretched and expanded. And they'll help to relieve any tension building up in the muscles. Right? That's a myofascial release. Right? Come forward, turn the palm out. Remember to focus inside and underneath the shoulder blade. Feel those muscles. And just move that one point. Just breathe naturally. Don't hold the breath. All the way down. Finish your move. And then two sides, back to front. And then front to back. All the way down. Relax. Take an extra breath of air. Let everything go. And then loose. Really loose. Make this as light as possible. So just swinging. Okay, and then slow it down. And then put it all back together. So think of picking up your hands. And feel that energy follow the thought. Feel the chi follow the thought. Breathing in as you rise. Exhaling as you fall. And again, the palms are continuously turning during the whole movement. Keep the shoulders down, the elbows down and relaxed. And then start to think of your spine. So you can feel your spine just by thinking of it. And slowly start pulling your spine in one direction, left or right. And then let it go. And then grab the spine again, pull it in the other direction. And then let it go. When you exhale, feel the hands drop. Relieve that tension. Just let that tension go. Slowly start to let the hands just really drop. And then smoothly again, breathe in and slowly out. Okay, one hand up, one hand down, moving to the spine. Separate the hands in the center of the body. Feel the shoulder blades. Think of your shoulder blades and stretch each shoulder blade away from each other. Feel it expanding the spine, the rib cage. The shoulder joint just sits. You want to move the scapula. You want to feel it pulling through the hips, down through the legs, down to the toes. The bottom of each feet is in contact with the earth. Take a deep breath and expand. And exhale. Feel the fingertips still stretching, being pulled out. Something is pulling and stretching the fingertips. The rest of the body just follows that stretch. Slowly expand. Imagine the spine slowly expanding, all that tension releasing. The lower body, the lower spine, the lumbar, the tailbone, through the pelvic area, the hips, all those joints, down through the feet. Take a deep breath and expand. And fingertips washing through the forearm. Breathe in as you expand this time. Continuous movement. Exhale when you're ready. Every time you exhale, think of letting go. Breathe in. One more time. And last time, and then we'll do the spirals. So breathe in. And then little quicker exhale. And then we'll move to the spirals. Breathe in. And pull the spine to the lower hand and turn the palm. The bottom hand comes on the outside. Pull the spine and turn and lift. And the bottom hand falls. Everything's right in the center. Breathe in and and the palms are winding up. Breathe in. Let the head turn. Tuck the elbow in. The hands can gently scrape each other as they're rising and falling. Let the head turn. Breathe in. Exhale. Breathe in and turn. Coiling. Uncoil. Breathe in and coil. Uncoil. One last time. Breathe in. Breathe in. Come back to center in front of the heart. Tilt the sternum up. Nice deep breath. Heart lung Qigong. Hold the ball. Turn the hands up and down. Keep on turning towards your upper hand, the upper elbow. Turn the palms over. The palms feel like they're gently cradling and polishing that ball. It could be the heart. It could just be a ball of air. It could be a paper ball. It could be a soap bubble. Breathe in as you turn. One more time, and then we'll come back to center. Solar plex this time. Tilt the sternum up. Breathe in and out. Okay, moving to the hips. Press at the shoulder blades and down. Press both feet into the earth and then release one side. Before you can pick up, you have to put your mind deep in that hip joint. Hold your mind there. Pick up the knee as high as you comfortably can and set it down. Feel the whole bottom of the foot contacting with the earth. Press and then sink into this hip joint. Pick the knee up as high as you comfortably can and then press it down. Breathe in and out. Let everything go. Open the palms. The feet are just resting, and imagine you pulling just with the palms. Shoulders relax, elbows relax, wrists relax. Just pulling the chi up from the earth. Breathing in and drop the shoulders and elbows and wrist and gently guide it back down. Just gently guide that column of air, of chi, back into the earth. One more time. Just pulling with the bottom of the hands. Listen to how the feet react and guide down. Okay, back of the hands. Imagine a suction cup on the back of the hands, pulling the back of the hands up. Right? No resistance from you. And then the back of the hands being pushed down. And think of the bottom of the hands. Bottom of the hands being pushed up. No resistance from you. And bottom of the hands being pulled down. No resistance from you. Okay, add the feet. Press both feet. Then let go of one side. And then sink into that hip joint, whichever side. Right? And then when you feel that heel release, then use your hands to help pull that leg up. Bring it out forward, set it down into the earth, releasing the back leg. You just breathe naturally and then switch. The standing leg, the whole bottom of the foot is connected with the earth. And feel how you have to release those large joints. You have to release the pelvic and the shoulder before you can switch legs. You press, and right here you have to release, and then you can pick up the knee. And use your hands. Keep the upper body suspended. Keep the mind in the hip joint. Try to keep the knees pointing straight. You become aware of tensions. And if one side of the outside of the leg is pulling or the inside of the leg is pulling, so you take your time, trying to keep your legs and your feet in nice alignment. And give your body a chance to correct itself. It makes you more aware of the imbalances in your body, the muscle imbalance. Breathe in and out, and in and out. Breathe in and out, and in and out. Hold the ball, bring the foot back, sink it down. Okay, loose fists on the side of the body, moving to the knees. Pick up one foot and push the heel out. Oh, we'll come back to the second exercise. Sorry, forgot about that. Knew I was forgetting something. Make sure you're rubbing against the rib cage. Breathe in and out. Push the knee down. Lift, wind it up. Tuck the elbow and gently scrape against the rib cage. Breathe in and out. Heel, knee, and then pump the foot. And then wind the leg back up with the hand. One more time. We're still doing a loose fist. Just gently closed. And now open the palms. So breathe in. Heel, knee, pump, and then pull the spine. Turn. And then with the palm, lift. Tuck the elbow in, rub against the rib cage. And other side, heel, knee, foot, and pull the spine. And come back down. And down. Yeah. Hold the ball. Then bring the feet out a little bit. I forgot to do the second hip joint. So turn, drop one leg and turn. And breathe in while you extend and relax and back. And drop the other leg, breathe in and slide your hands forward, reaching your hands straight for the center. And exhale. Take a small step this time. Open up the hip joint a little bit more. Small step. Just let the body turn. Let the spine spiral. Take a bigger step if you can. You can take an even bigger step if you want. Okay, so only what's comfortable for you. But turn the waist. You want to avoid leaning forward, but just turning the waist and feeling the fingers being stretched and pulled. And then come back to a smaller movement. I'm just going to go back to the first initial movement. Just letting the leg drop to the side. Okay, come back to center, hold the ball. Tilt the sternum up, breathe in and out. Pick the ball up, drop the shoulders and elbows. Press one foot into the earth, releasing the other one. And as you sink into the hip joint and the heel releases, keep picking it up. Open up 45, extend and heel and lift and toe. Okay, if you keep your mind inside that hip joint and keep that foot pressing down and drop your shoulders and drop your elbows, suspend the head, and this leg should just float. The more you sink into the hip joint, the easier it will be to pick up this leg. You do one more. and then we're going to switch. So that foot has to come back, and then you have to let go of all the tension in your hips, and then press, and then sink into the hip joint and hold that there, and then you can do the other leg. Shoulders, elbows down, breathing from the lower Tan Tian. Okay, and then we're going to switch. So leg back, right? You have to let go, and then you can switch. 45, and then small toe up and big toe. And that standing leg, right? Feel that foot stretching out and relaxed. Feel the palms open, fingertips expanding. And then I'm going to switch. The same thing, press, release the hip joints, and then switch, and then sink into the hip joint. Yeah, just gently stretching, reaching those toes. And coming back to center, slowly letting go. And pull the knees up, pull the heels up off the ground, relax the arms, and draw the heels up. Stretch the feet, stretch the toes. And let it go and shake it out a little. And then one more time. And then shake it out. Okay. Loosely. Just loose fists. Even in the chair, you pick the knee up to you. And just gently drop the hand. Okay. Oh, I can feel myself all dehydrated this morning. All my lips and everything are dry. You know, last night was cold and windy, yeah? You don't realize that constant cold air just drying everything out. Okay. All right, so we extend. So again, the lesson of everything we do from the start, right? It's not just warming up and preparing yourself for the physical movement and relaxing, but it's reminding you what's important, right? So the stillness, breathing and letting go, relaxing, expanding, expansion and contraction, right? Listening to the body, right? Really listen to that hip joint. Okay, Bon, come. We'll run the seated set. Yeah, come and sit. Come and sit down. You can sleep in the chair. That's fine. Yeah, and don't fall on the ground. You already did that. And really listen to the hip joints. The hip joints are so important, this whole pelvic area. So you have to make sure you're seated comfortably, not all the way in the back of the chair. Right? We don't want to be, if possible, right? We don't want you resting on the chair. Right? We want you more active and upright. So you sit forward a little bit. Right? So you can see there's a gap. There's a gap over here. Right? And then sitting straight. Right? And extending the legs. So, and then gently pressing the knees down. Let the legs fall. And you have to practice just this posture. In the beginning, right in this hip area gets sore and tired because we're so used to like pulling it back, contracting. So we have to learn to relax and let it fall, let everything fall into place. Right? That's where we use gravity. Right? If we fight gravity and we're pulling away from it, we're contracting our own muscles instead of just letting the legs fall, letting all the joints open up. And when I first started talking about this posture, I would talk about when we sit on the wall and our legs are dangling, after a while, this whole area gets sore and tired because we're fighting that. So we have to learn just to relax and press the knees down and just not fight, not provide resistance, Right? It's just gravity. And then from the top, imagining. So already from the beginning, the E, right? The message is you have to use the E, the intent, the imagination, suspending. And as you do this, don't stretch like that. You have to imagine it's just in the spine. And as it pulls the head up, that's going to cause the head to swivel so the chin comes down. And as you keep on pulling the head up, the chin will come in. So, yeah, we can say chin down and pull it back. But really, that's a result of being suspended from above, right, which will cause this to swivel and this will come back. So, in the beginning, just to learn the form, yeah, you force the form in. But after a while, you realize it's pulling from above here, right? Something else is moving you. So from the very beginning, when they talk about the head being suspended, they're already teaching you that lesson. Let something else suspend you. Let something else pull you forward. You just relax and follow that movement. Okay? So Sung. So these lessons are right in front of us. They're hidden a little bit, but really, it's that they're hiding right out in the open. We just have to relax, open up our mind, right? Take away that resistance, and then we can find things. Okay, so to find the legs, fully extend, and then slowly walk them back. Just where your toes are lifted, and then we can gently reach the toes down while relaxing and expanding. Try to keep the legs straight. Right? Notice, like, are your knees pulling in or pulling out? So you gently try to hold them straight. You listen for any tension, and wherever you have tension, you have to let go. You have to relax that part. Gently close your eyes as you find this basic opening posture. Trying to get everything in alignment while relaxing, expanding, letting all the joints go. Be conscious that your lower belly is moving, not your chest. Keep your mind in the lower belly and keep your mind in the hip joints. Slowly open the palms. As you stretch the fingertips, relax the shoulders and elbows. Feel the fingertips expanding. Feel them being pulled out. Look straight ahead at the mountaintop, at the horizon. Make sure the breath is dropped. And finally, take a deep breath of air before we start. And let it all out. And then when you're ready, commencement. On the inhale, drop your shoulder blades. And that's going to initiate the arms moving forward. Hold the ball and then bring it to the heart. Number 2, rolling away. Bring it inside the body and feel the forearms gently scraping against the rib cage. Press and come back to the heart. Tilt the sternum up, breathe in and out. Single whip, turn to your right. Pull the spine, pull the hands out. Breathe in and then release. Look at your left hand. The beginning of one sound. Feel the palm open and stretch. Make a large palm. Shoulders down. Breathing in and out. The same lessons. First you stare at the fingertips and then you stare at one finger. It can be second finger, second line. And then you have to stare beyond the palm. Mountaintop or the horizon. Just scanning. A little bit of intent. Come back to the right side. Hands together. We're holding the ball. Tilt the sternum up. Breathe in. Heart, lung, Qigong, and out. And then repeat on the left side. Pull the spine, pull the hands out, rising. Follow the right hand. Single whip to one sound, cloud hands. One is cloud, soul is hands. Drop the shoulders and elbows. Look only at one finger this time. And slowly look beyond the palms, horizon, mountaintops, with that singular intent of what you're looking at so the chi can be pulled out through the eyes. Come back to the center. Make sure the sternum is up. Breathe in and out, and then brushing the knee on the right side. So pull the spine and pull the fingertips up, and then the fingertips come forward. Breathing in and lift the sternum. Keep on turning. Pull the spine to the left while the hands roll to center. And then pull the spine to the right. Breathe in. Cradle the ball. Uncoil. Parry right and then parry left. Breathe in and cover. Keep turning the spine until the hands are outside of the knee while breathing in. Pull the spine, the body angles. Rolling back. Drop the shoulder. Expand. Gather, compress, and then lift the sternum. Bring the hands back to center. Repeat on the left side. Pull the spine, pull the fingertip up, and then forward, and then exhale. Lift the sternum. Breathe in and roll the hands to center. Right hand by the elbow and This is Hu Pipa, holding the Pipa. Breathe in. The left hand scoops and pull the spine. Parry left. Parry right. Breathe in. Cover. Keep on turning. Breathe in and start making a loose fist. Pull the spine to the right while the hands squeeze and let go. Rolling back. Gather. Compress at the lower Tan Tian and then lift double palms, pushing the mountain. Release the wrist as you draw the hands back. Breathe in, repeat on the left side. Come forward, lift the sternum, leisurely tying the coat. Breathe in and right hand swings down. Breathe in and turn and come back to the front. Wipe straight down. Breathe in and turn. Bottom hand rotates and Then breathe in and turn. And then breathe in and turn again, extending the hand, coiling, and big spiral to the right. Double palm, and then release. Fist under elbow. Right side. Pull the spine to the right. Pull the hands out. Breathe in. Start dropping the right hand. Spiral the spine to the left. Turn the bottom hand. Breathe in. Bottom hand holds a fist. Drop the elbow. Pull the spine to the right until fist and elbow lined up. Breathe in. The fist comes forward and starts to rise. Breathe in and open. Repulse monkey. Breathe in. Brush the left knee. Lift the sternum. Turn the hands to center. Keep on turning to the left. Breathe in. Repulse monkey. Fingertips and then heel of palm. Lift the sternum. Hands turn center. Keep on turning to the right. Leisurely tying the coat. Breathe in and coil a little to your left. And as you exhale, the left hand can swing in and pull the spine to the right. Come back center. Pull the spine to the right as the hands sweep into the belly button and release. Rotate the palm. Drop the shoulders and elbows and lift. Breathe in and turn and coil to the right. And then breathe in and coil to the right while the hands extend. And then lift the sternum. Nice large palm. Expand and let go. Repeat on the right side. Pull the spine, hands up. Do brush knee first. Lift the sternum. Relax the bottom hand. Coil a little bit. Breathe in and then left hand sweeps in. Breathe in. Breathe in and turn. Palm rotates. Breathe in and turn while the palm rises and you're coiling and start to come out. And then breathe in and turn the waist again to the right as the palm extends. And then big release. Big spiral. Double palm. Come back to center. Breathe in and out. And then turn to your left. Fist under elbow. Sorry, down. I'm going to repeat this section. So coil the spine, right? And that turns you. And same time you're turning, this hand spirals right in the center. Breathe in, and when you release, right? You start coming to center. And then you have to pull the spine to the left so that the right hand, the elbow, aligns in the center. And this is all right in the center. You breathe in, and as you exhale, right? The right hand starts to come to the shoulder as you start turning. The fist starts pushing out as you start turning. And then turn a little bit more. Pull the spine to the right, and the fist will come forward and start to rise. And then open. And then drop the elbow, fold at the elbow. So the hand, right? Drop the elbow so it just folds. And then pull the spine to the left. The right hand washes down. The palm turns. And then relax. And then expand. From here. And then you have to pull the spine a little to the right. Right? You pull the spine, one hand will come in, one hand will come out. And then drop the elbows so the palms start facing center. And then the right hand folds up while the left hand washes down. Repulse monkey and turn. Pull the spine. Start turning the palm and release. And lift the sternum. Right, and one more time, drop the elbows and keep on turning to your left. Left hand comes up while the right hand washes down. Coiling and lift the sternum. Okay, from there. And then let go. You're going to turn to the left, and the right hand's going to sweep in, come inside by the shoulder, and then as you release, the palm comes out, just like a slap, right? Comes in, and then comes forward, height of your face. And then you have to turn. As you turn, the hand comes down, and the back fingertip, the middle finger connects just with the wrist, and the bottom hand scoops up, and you release and turn back. It starts rising, so you have to coil back to the left, tuck the elbows in, and then you have to release again. Ha. And when you release, that last ha, the hand starts to come forward. Yeah, and then for the hand to come all the way out, you have to pull the spine to the left again. And they'll help to drill the hand out and you're coiling. And when you release, that's where that big spiral comes in. And you let the whole body, right? You rotate right above the tailbone. Right? So you're coiling, right? I'm coiling. And then, and just let the whole body spiral in the chair. Then lift the sternum. Right? The fingertips still connecting, and then you can release. Right? So the chair is nice because we can make this big spiral. Right? We can get a big rotation, get all our joints loosened. If I'm standing, right, I cannot make quite that big a spiral. It's going to open up too much. Right? It'll be a smaller spiral. But in the chair, we have to see that the chair so it can be like a top, right? And then really rotate, right? Really rotate and loosen everything up. So the chair has a lot of training advantages if you know what to look for. All right, bring the hand back, breathe in and out. Yeah, sorry, I didn't cleanly just close the set, but I wanted to emphasize that ending. Yeah. Slowly bring one leg back as you release your shoulders. Take your time. Breathe in. So we close the way we started with a breath in and then out. Resetting. Breathe in, pull the heels up. And reset. Okay. Rub the hands together. Yeah, shake it out. So there's a lot of extra little coils and turns that you can add in, and as you relax, your body will start moving and finding those little extra movements again. Okay, so again, when you look at that leisurely tying the coat, right, it comes out and but from here, right, when you brush knee, the body's going to turn a little, so you don't just stop square here, right? It turns a little, and as it turns, so when you release, you're going to spring back. And when you spring back, then this hand can come in. The elbow sticks out, and this hand comes into the shoulder. And then you're coiling. I'm turning to my right in this case, and when I release, that's what flies the hand out. Right? So I'm coiling in. I'm still looking in the front, and then So now I'm going to spring back, and the hand will come forward. Right? I'll spring back, and and all of this is right in the center, aligned. So when the hand wipes down, right? Again, I have to turn. So when the hand wipes down, I'm turning, and I'm coiling, and then when I release, right? When I release and come back to center, that's when the bottom hand scoops up. Right? So come out, coiling, this hand comes up, and then come up, and then coiling again, I'm turning, coiling again, I'm turning, and then So when I it shoots, it comes out right in the center, and then for the hand to come out here, and I coil, I'm turning again, that's going to push the hand all the way out, and I'm turning, fingertips still connected, and when I release, right, that big spring. Yeah, it's a big wind up, and then that big spring, drop down to the solar plex. The bottom hand swivels out, and both hands kind of swivel to the front. Right, so that no matter which side you do it, that feeling like you're deflecting something, and two hands are deflecting something away from you. Right, you're keeping something away from you. If something comes directly at you, right, you're coiling and turning, bringing it to the side, spinning it, and then away from you. So you have the safety of two hands. If the hands disconnect, right, you don't know where it is, you're kind of lost. But if the hands are connected, it helps to ground and center. And you have this nice little fence line. You could call it a barrier or shield. Right? If you disconnect like this, it feels different. Right? You're kind of searching, but if you let the fingertip connect the whole time, right, everything's connected. Right? Then you can slide and let go right into holding the ball from there. Okay, so there's a lot of that. There's a lot of those little extra spirals and that little extra breath in there that a lot of people don't see. You have to relax and take your time. Like if you did every movement one at a time, and by that I mean finish it, take a breath, and then do the next movement, finish it, take a breath, then you would see, wait a minute, that extra breath is natural, right? So, like breathing in, just relaxing, and it comes out. Breathing in, and then let my body turn, and then and then exhale. Oh, this starts to flow in. So breathe in, and then breathe in. That hand wipes. And then breathe in. And starts to come out and breathe in. This breathe in is expansion. And then and then breathe in. And and then breathe in. And Okay. So if you take that time just listening to that breath, breathe in and out, and letting the joints move, then you can see what's going to come out naturally. Then it makes a lot of sense. Yeah. Okay. All right, loosen everything up. Yes.
Question.
Yes.
I have a hard time sitting up straight in the chair, especially when I'm lifting my knee up. I start to collapse on the back. So are you supposed to be standing? The top half of you is supposed to stay still, and then you lift your knee up. I can't lift my knee up that high.
I can't lift my knee up real high too. That's about it for me. Right? I'm not.
Okay, so your back is supposed to stay still. I mean, you're not supposed to slump down, right?
Yeah. So you don't want this, right?
Yeah, right.
Right. So that feeling like if I have that string above, right, and the string is, you don't think the center of your head here. You have to go back to where the giddy giddy is, because that's really what lines up with the spine. So if I relax from here, right, that slumpy posture, and that's also the reason for not sitting way back. If you sit way back, right, you can't get it.
It's not so much my head that slumps. It's my L4, L5. The lower back slumps when I try to lift my knee up. So I'm trying to stay straight.
Yeah.
But I can't lift my knee that high. So
don't worry. I fully understand what you're saying. Because everybody, that's a natural thing. So to keep this straight, right, is a very conscious effort on my part. Because if I don't, it's exactly what you're describing. I can feel the body doesn't want to do it, so I have to force that. So it's that constant. It's you have to put a little bit of effort, right, to try and hold it straight. But the trick is that's what Sung is about. So while you're trying to hold it straight and hold it up, Sung means relax, right? So you have to have a little bit of muscle, but if you only use muscle strength, then it locks it in place, right? So what Sung does is you're holding that posture, and Sung releases, so then you can really straighten out as much as possible. So
my question is that I shouldn't lift my knees so high that I slump on my back.
Right.
Is that right?
Yeah. So if
high
you,
enough.
Yeah, so when you listen to what I'm saying, right? It's like only lift your leg up as high as it's comfortable. The way I used to phrase it in class, whether I was standing or sitting, I used to say it this way because I was really emphasizing holding this up. So I would say, pick up your leg only as high as you don't drop your upper body. Yeah,
Okay.
that's part of what you're looking for.
So it's not comfortable. I mean, this is not comfortable. So it's sort of like lift up your leg as far as you can keep your back straight and your head up.
Right.
I mean,
so even seated, even without picking up my leg down here, the first part is to find that posture. So as I'm trying to pull from here, right, I'm using this muscle, so I have to let this muscle go and pull from here and feel this, follow that, right? So intellectually, we know that nothing's pulling from here, right? Intellectually, we know we are controlling this muscle. But what makes the Qigong different is the intent of thinking and pretending something's pulling and then letting go. And we know that feeling of something pulling. And if you don't know that feeling, you have to get a partner that you can trust, or you have a device, right? Like if I put a rope on my hand and I put a string and I put a weight on it and I put it over something, right? So, and then I let it go and it pulls me forward, right? That's the feeling of something else pulling me, right?
And it's the weight in the other hip. Is that supposed to help keep the back straight? I mean, you say, put the weight in the hip that the leg that's staying still, and then you're moving the other leg. So I'm trying to figure out what.
So so if I do it standing, they'll just kind of emphasize what we're talking about. So if I'm standing, if I want to pick up this leg, right, then I have to shift my weight over, right? So that makes sense, right? I have to be 100% zero here. But 0%, it's still resting. So to get the leg to lift, to get that heel to lift, right, I not only have to fold, but I have to turn. So inside of here, I have to coil. So I'm sinking and I'm coiling, then the knee stays back. And the more I sink, I have to think right literally inside of that hip joint. Right? I have to relax. And then, right, when I do that, if you watch my back heel, if you watch that heel, right? So I shift, okay, the weight's shifting, I sink, okay, it's just starting to lift a little bit. But when I turn, right, then the knee picks up and the heel picks up, right? And then I have to tuck, right? If you look at my posture like this, my butt's sticking out. And that's how we start. Let the butt stick out to learn to keep the knee back and learn how to do this, right? And eventually I have to, we say, tuck the tailbone under. So from here, right, this will save my knee and allow all these mechanics. And then from here, I have to relax. And by relaxing, then my hip can swivel down, right? It's a really small movement. And when the hip swivels and I relax, then I can straighten out a little bit, right? So instead of being like turn, right? Right? I relax. When I relax, the hip goes down and then the head can come up a little bit, right? And then I can only pick up as much as is comfortable. Oh, sorry, my legs are killing me.
Hey, I got it now.
Yeah. We went to Chinatown and I thought we didn't do that much walking, just standing and following the club. But wow, it shows me I do almost nothing. So 2 nights of going to Chinatown is killing my legs. But yeah, that's what you're talking about. It's just a constant effort to understand your body. Yeah. So what you're talking about, the bottom, the lumbar area being tight and trying to get that to straighten out, that's everybody. That's me when I'm constantly doing it. So all of these things are tricks, yeah? Pulling the head up, tucking the chin in. They're tricks to push us into the proper alignment until you feel it. And that's the difficult part. And then once you feel it, it's like, aha. And you think you got it, but you keep on working on it, and then, aha, it releases a little bit more. So, um, yeah, right. Everything. That's the nice thing about this class. The safety is do everything in a comfortable mode. When you start going into that pain threshold, that's too much. So, being that this class emphasizes that safety is actually helping us to correct our posture. Right? So, when we're down here, right? So we start off just with this head suspended, and then you have to relax. So you have to let it slump a little and round, and then again relax and pull from above. And right at that point where you're going to arch the spine, right? By doing it slowly, instead of arching the spine forward, right? So you have that curve this way, right? Right? When you want to do that, you have to relax, and then slowly imagine everything just coming straight up. So, right, when we have that tendency, we're going to arch, we're going to push like this, right? We're going to, when we stand here, make this tight, right? We have that tendency when we say straighten and stand up tall to stretch ourselves, and we make ourselves think we're tall. We actually do this, yeah? You can feel that stretch. So from above, you have to slump and then pull that slack out. And right at this point where I want to do that, I have to relax the hips and then think, oh, straight up, straight up, straight up. And as I pull that slack out, I'm going to want to do this again. I have to relax again and let go and think only straight. And then I have to check for tension. As I start hyper focusing on one part of my body, so I have to stop and say, oh, I drop my shoulders, check all that alignment, release the tension in my hips, and then start again. So to find it, to find that posture, it's constant expand and then let go. Right? Set everything, then expand again, and then let go. But every time you let go, you're still a little taller, right? More expansion and expand, and then release. And every time you release, you're going to come down a little bit, right? And that's okay. And then you can expand. So if you oh, have you seen them when they cut foods? They take a cucumber and they slice, and then they turn it over and they slice, right? Or they take ama ebe, right, the shrimp, and they have cuts, 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 right? So something starts off this big, but they're trying to open it up longer and longer and longer and longer, right? That's the same process, right? You stretch, oh, cannot, so you have to cut. By cutting, right, that relieves tension, that's relaxing. And then you can spread out a little bit more, and then it starts to bend. So you have to relax and put a little bit more cuts. Those little cuts, that's the relaxing again. And then you can expand more, put more cuts, expand more, relax, and then you can expand more, relax, and then you can expand more. Yeah, like that. So.
Thank you, Randy. I really appreciate your showing me, what I'm thinking that is correct. So
yeah.
But I got to go to another Zoom class now. I got another Zoom class, so I got to leave.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. Let's do a bell meditation for everybody. We'll see you next week. Okay. And then if anybody's around, I'll do the second hour. If nobody's around, I'll think about it. There was some request to show some break down some movement. All right. Take a nice deep breath of air, and rest your hands on your lap. Generate that feeling of smiling from the heart. Right? Relax all the facial muscles. Just feel the muscles drop. That feeling of no expression. Right? Not smiling, not sad, just no expression, but smiling from the heart area. Let the air sink down. Feel the lower belly expand and relax. Feel the bottom of the feet connect with the earth. Just take your time. Okay, slowly open your eyes, rub your hands together. Yeah, shake your legs out. Yeah, we're a little long today, that's okay. Warm up your eyes. Gently brush your scalp. Tap, center to outside, front to back. Okay, back of the neck. Just gentle with the fingertips first. Up and down, and then gently pull the muscles away from your spine while moving your head side to side and up and down. Just drop your arm, drop your elbows. Okay, copying. Yeah, traditional classes, right? You're right there with the instructor, and you're always waiting for the instructor to come and put their hands on you. And when I say put their hands on you, I mean in the sense that they will come and they will fix your posture, right? And you can feel that. But in the program, because of safety factors, even in person, right, if we're adhering to the program, right, there's a no touch rule within the Taichi for Health program, and of course, being online, right, it's just we try to offer as much guidance as possible, but it's not easy. And in the end, you really have to feel what's going on. You have to, once you feel it, then it's yours. Yeah. Up to that time, you're feeling it. All those things we tell you to do and suggestions, those are just guidelines to help get you to that point. And once you understand it, it's totally yours. From there, and cannot take it away from you. What my teacher used to say, you train hard, you earn it, right? You earn it yourself through your own training. Nobody can take that away from you. It's yours. Yeah, from there. Okay. All right, hands up. Oh, nice. Expand, stretch, and remember to connect that sun in the sky with that sun in your chest, in your heart. Remember to relax your facial muscles. Sung. Breathe. Let it go. And then smile from the heart. Just let that emanate out through the body. Hey, right hand, left hand. All right, thank you. Gung Fa Choi, Sandin Phai Lak. So in Hawaii, we really, and we grew up with Gung Fa Choi. And now we learn that Gung Fa Choi doesn't mean Happy New Year. it's prosperity. So you're wishing everybody have a lot of wealth, whether that wealth is money, food, or happiness and such. But the Cantonese Sun Nin Phai Lak, that's Happy New Year. I can't think of the Mandarin offhand right now. I don't want to say it because I know I'm going to screw it up. But with internet, you can go out and find how to say Happy New Year in Chinese, and then what you want to do is how to say Happy New Year in Mandarin, how to say Happy New Year in Cantonese, and then you hear the little variations of it. Okay? Right, but Year of the Dragon, so hopefully it's a good year, right? Coming out of all of this mess that we came out of.